Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have Game 3 in the Best of 5 Finals from the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge being played at Gamescom 2010 in Cologne, Germany. Our players here today are Sean, aka IdrA, the American player living in South Korea. He's just borrowing this guy Sean's account so that he can play on the European server, as there is no LAN functionality still in StarCraft 2, which is awesome, sort of. Not really. But yeah, IdrA Blue Zerg up here in the top right. MorroW is his opponent, the Swedish Terran player, member of Mouse Sports. He is the red Terran down here on the bottom left of Blistering Sands. So this series is tied 1-1. This is Game 3. The winner of this best of 5 will receive $5,000 after besting a field of 16 players. They had group stages initially, and then MorroW moved into the quarterfinals and was able to take out his quarterfinal and semifinal opponents to move up here to the finals, face IdrA. IdrA doing a very good job as well with what is widely considered to be a slightly underpowered or slightly weaker race. I'm not really too concerned about that, but he had some excellent play anyway to get into these finals, and MorroW as well, taking out some great players on his way to these finals. So again, series is tied. Anything could happen here. Both players pretty much seem to know exactly how their opponent plays. IdrA did some great defense against Reapers early game on Metalopolis in Game 2, but those same Reapers were able to take him out in the first map on Xel'Naga Cavern. So it's almost like at this point in the series, it seems like a coin flip whether IdrA would be able to defend Reapers. It has a lot to do with the map. So if IdrA tries to expand on this map, Blistering Sands, Reapers can really take advantage of this cliff area here and this cliff area here. He even has a backdoor entrance with cliffs on this area, and IdrA can't really do anything except plan for Reapers because he's seen it 2 games out of 2. And orbital command now coming for MorroW right on time as soon as that barracks finishes, and he is getting a tech lab immediately and does have gas going right away, so I think we can expect Reapers yet again. IdrA, on the other hand, spawning pool nearly completed. He did get that gas up first for the 3rd game in a row, so Zergling speed going to be a very likely possibility here. Queen coming in, 2 lings. He likes to get those 2 lings to chase off the scout of MorroW. That 100 gas finishes, and there goes Zergling speed right on time. So both players sticking to the same build they've done in games 1 and 2. MorroW basically banking on winning that Reaper coin flip. If he believes his control is good enough, it makes sense that he would continue to do this 5 racks Reaper build. And like I said in game 1, he really likes this build because it's a very easy transition into middle game and late game. If you get a good advantage while using your Reapers, you can expand. Even if you don't have a great advantage, you can keep the Zerg player busy long enough to be able to expand. And then you have 5 barracks with tech labs already on them, so you can do whatever mixture of Marines and Marauders you want to, even throw up a factory and a starport rather quickly off of those 2 bases that you'll have, and move right into the late game with MMM, which is not the strongest play against Zerg. Mech is widely considered to be much stronger with lots of Siege Tank and Thor play, but MMM is still very viable, and if the Zerg player is behind from the initial Reaper harass, it's going to be very hard for him to come back. But barracks numbers 2 and 3 are coming in. He is building a supply depot here at his back rocks just to make sure that IdrA does not try anything sneaky. That first Reaper is almost finished, along with his nitro packs to make him scoot along even faster. Hatchery is going up for IdrA, so same play as games 1 and 2. If he can defend that hatchery, he can take a firm position, maybe not a lead, but at least he'll be somewhat even with MorroW. But if MorroW can take out this hatchery even one time and force IdrA to rebuild, he will take a commanding lead. So just a benefit of this really aggressive Reaper play is that even if you fail, you haven't lost the game. Sorry about that, I had a little cough, but two MorroW Reapers are up at this watchtower. He's not even controlling it. He doesn't need to. Reapers are that badass. But this Marine might get a free Overlord kill here. IdrA may have gotten a little too close for his Overlord's livelihood, but no, he does escape over this canyon. Good job, little Overlord. But Barracks number 4 and 5 are coming up. The reason he can support 5 barracks is because he's only going to be building Reapers. They take a very long time to build, so you want to be able to build as many as you can, and they're very cheap. Really the only thing that slows them down is their build time, so if you've got that excess mineral count, just tack on more barracks and you can build more Reapers at a time. So normally you would see 3 barracks in a normal bio push, but 5 work just fine if all you're going to be building is Reapers. It looks like IdrA was able to hold off those first 2 Reapers pretty well. I see 2 Reapers in the red there. Sorry I missed that. They got maybe 1 volley, maybe 2 volleys off on this hatchery while it was building, or maybe just ever it completed. But creep being spread already. Is that lair being morphed? Yes, it is. It just now finishes, so IdrA can actually use these overlords to start pooping creep all over the place. I would love to see him just start right now. That seems to be a vital part of defending against these Reapers, and the fact that he hasn't started it yet is a little worrisome. But these roaches are actually finished in time too. MorroW actually has these Reapers out faster than he did last game. He did slow down a little bit in that second game on Metalopolis, but he's coming back strong this time with 8 Reapers. The fact that he can close off this whole choke with a wall of Reapers and keep these Lings from really getting around him until there's creep everywhere is really advantageous for MorroW. All these roaches here, not going to really be able to do anything except create a wall so that the Reapers can't hit the hatchery quite as easily. But here they get a free lob. Basically all MorroW has to do is keep moving in with stop micro, and they just auto-attack whatever's closest. All those Lings try to get us around, don't really do too well. There's still 7 Reapers up, and now only roaches for IdrA to defend. He's trying to micro his roaches around to get a good spread there, but another Reaper does go down. Only 4 roaches left. Off the creep, they're not nearly as effective. This roach most likely is going to go down, this one in the red. But more Reapers showing up all the time. This is the constant struggle that IdrA's been facing in these finals. Just Reapers, Reapers, Reapers all the time. He can't afford to lose units as fast as MorroW can, because MorroW just has much higher production capability. He can build SCVs and Reapers at the same time, whereas IdrA basically has to choose between drones, roaches, Lings, and eventually overlords. So larva management being a huge component of this Reaper defense. Reapers just popping in all the time, killing off Lings, killing off roaches. Again, this overlord should have been crapping creep this entire time. Unfortunately for IdrA, he's got other things to manage at the moment. Larva spit coming down from that queen. He might even want more creep over here. Like, all these overlords here providing spotting would be better served crapping creep. But these roaches moving in, getting a little bit bold, trying to chase off these Reapers. The Reapers can seriously stop micro to the end of time, kiting these roaches, even though they have roach speed finished now, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yeah, roach speed is finished. Oh, MorroW does take this advantage to hop up the back cliff where there's not as much creep, get some free shots on that lair. IdrA very quick to get his roaches in position. He does have speedlings there too. He's even got a couple of roaches still remaining down here, so if MorroW's trying to be sneaky and move from one end to the other very quickly, it's not going to be too effective. Now he has this cliff to play with. No, he doesn't quite get into position to be able to use that cliff effectively, but he still has a lot of Reapers, and IdrA is actually catching up on roach count now, which significantly helps him. He has not lost a queen, has not lost a hatchery yet. He's able to even get some gas out of there. Since that lair has finished, though, I have not seen a Hydralisk Den or a Spire come up. Finally, these overlords are crapping some creep. Like to see that. This one still is just lazy as hell, not doing anything. These creep tumors are starting to spread though, so he'll be better served elsewhere, maybe right around here-ish. But MorroW, in the meantime, has been doing his very normal strategy, expanding, getting an orbital command up, and now he has switched. Reaper time is over. This is the last batch of Reapers we're probably going to see out of him. He's got a good number, though. 12 Reapers is quite a few, and he is going to just hop up from this low ground here and try to take out this Baneling nest. Is he going to be successful? Yes, he definitely is. IdrA actually has to cancel it. He does save the resources and builds a Baneling nest a little farther back so that he can defend it better, but IdrA lost a lot of time there and a little bit of resources. MorroW's still creating off of, 6 barracks now. Really haven't been paying attention to him too much because we know what he's been doing. He's been building Reapers and expanding. He's been getting Stim Pack, Combat Shield, and Concussive Shells all at the same time now, so his transition is in full swing. He's got 2 bases to IdrA's 2, so he is in a comfortable position as Terran. IdrA forced to spawn just Lings and Roaches constantly. Baneling Nest still not done. He has not thrown up a Spire or Hydralisk Den anywhere yet. He's getting an Evolution Chamber now, so that is going to help if he gets that ground armor. Lings coming into position. Good timing there. Oh, and the Roaches flank from behind, so this could be the last we see of these Reapers for the rest of the game. IdrA actually has surpassed the Reaper numbers with Roaches, but unfortunately for IdrA, the hard counter to Lings is Reapers. The hard counter to Reapers are Roaches, and the hard counter to Roaches are Marauders. Marauders and Reapers are made out of the same building, so MorroW has tons and tons of Marauders already here with stim packs. See how quickly they tear through these Roaches. MorroW already has stim. He just stims and runs away, does that stop micro, able to kill off tons of units of IdrA. He's down. IdrA's at 80 food, MorroW's at 90, but these army sizes are still rather comparable. If he does one more stim, I'm a little scared that all his units might be in the red. It looks like IdrA is overtaking his ground forces for the time being, but he can't be too aggressive here because MorroW does have superior production capability